First fight, we have Angel Pacheco versus Caolan Loughran, and Callan's coming to us from the fighting league. He is 5'6". I didn't know they stack shit that high. And here's a real head scratcher. All right, I think on this fight, with how the odds are so fucking wonky, I'm gonna be honest with everybody out there listening. For Angel Pacheco and Caolan Loughran, I think Vegas is taking a shit in tinfoil, wrapping it up, putting hooks through it, and they're trying to sell it to us as earrings, and I'm not buying it. You want to know why? Because both of these guys are fundamentally turds. One's
Yeah.
a turd with corn, one's a turd with peanuts. Doesn't change the fact that they're turds. And with that being said, how Pacheco is a plus 300 underdog to Callan being a minus 380 favorite is absolutely baffling. They're both coming off unanimous decision losses. Pacheco off the Contender Series. I don't even know how the fuck he got a contract. I didn't watch the fight in all honesty, so maybe it was a slobber knocker and he impressed Dana with his heart and grit, and that's how he got it. But Caolan lost his debut in the UFC to Taylor Lapilus. That's not a good sign. Taylor Lapilus, not necessarily a very good fighter. I know that so far in the UFC, he's only had 2 fights. The first one, obviously, being against Caolan, which he won by unanimous decision. But he just dropped back in January of this year a unanimous decision to Farid Basharat.
Called it. We called that.
Yep. So Basharat beating him, there's nothing to be ashamed of when you lose to Basharat. But for Callan to lose to Lapilus in his debut isn't really giving me much excitement for him. It's not really getting me excited to see how far he's going to come in this sport. And I just don't understand it. I'm really confused. And I mean, with the odds being this ridiculous, I'm going to go Pacheco all the way at plus 300. And I like the money line because, once again, I haven't seen anything from either guy to justify how ridiculously far apart the odds are. Neither one is like some striking mastermind, some grappling mastermind. Nothing about either one of these guys screams even potential top 15 in the division, because they're both in, this is going to be in bantamweight, men's 135. And right now, that's a fucking Shark Tank. And between Marab, Sean O'Malley, even Peter Yan, our boy the Dongster, Song Yadong, like on and on and on in that division. I think Marcus McGee's even in that division. So many people. These guys aren't going to crack top 15. And if they do, then I don't know, maybe I'll wear a push-up bra live on show or some shit. That way you guys can really get viewers to tune in, because it's all we care about is safe bets and tits anyway. So that's what I got. What about you, Ben?
Bobby, I don't know what you're smoking, dude. Angel Pacheco, there's only one Pacheco that's an actual pro athlete. That man is residing in Kansas City, Missouri. Angel Pacheco is not a UFC level fighter. He lost his debut and was crying to Dana White. And so Dana White was like, okay, I'll give you a contract. We'll keep you in. Dude's got low fight IQ. I mean, so does Caolan. So does Loughran. I'll be honest. Leaves himself just completely. He guards his face, but I've never seen somebody keep their hands up and just allow punches straight down the middle. But he does. But he's iron. He's powerful and he's grindy for who he is. I don't think either of these guys are very good. Like you said, sniffing 15. I don't know if these guys sniff 30, dude. I don't even know if they ever get to the top 30. Both these guys, I think that their time in the UFC is going to be short. And a lot of the times when you see that, I mean, right now, Loughran is a really, really heavy favorite. A lot of the time you see these guys that are both really bad, it's not going to be a finish. They're just going to kind of roll around the cage and not do a whole lot. I'm going to take Loughran at the plus 250 decision.
Well, the last thing I'll say about this fight, because it's kind of a stinker between two turds, is what am I smoking? I'm smoking that Caolan Loughran pack. That's what I'm smoking.